Hello everybody, Wolf to you all, continuing to play Choice of Robots. Last time we made a spider bot. We named him Pickle, because why not? When you name your spider bot Pickle, I would. I just did. Yeah, we made him call us Master, and I'm sure that's gonna go pretty well in this next chapter. I'm not sure if I actually did this chapter in the last game I played, so this might be a new thing. So I can't wait. Also, I think we're doing a military contract now, so that ought to be fun. Alright, here we go. The next day, you take Pickle to Stanford Hackerspace, whoa, which has more tools for electronics than the fabrication shop. None of the other students are around in the morning on a Sunday, but the long stainless steel workbenches are littered with their strange half-finished projects. A half-disassembled Furby, a potato gun, a circuit board connected to a houseplant. Well, that's just horrible. Captain Rogers will be here soon. You'll hope you'll finish in time. I think we'll be fine. Sorry, Pickle, but I'm gonna have to power you down for a moment, you say. Or I say, rather. We're going to switch you to a new power source. Strong? Pickle asks. Yes, you'll be much stronger. You assure Pickle. Okay. You fiddle with the smartphone lodged into Pickle's back, exit the application that is Pickle's mind, and power it down. What will you use for a power source? Well, obviously the best fucking thing ever. Car battery, hell yeah. Let's go. Fuck yeah, car battery. Boom. I should have read the rest. Sorry about that. I will do that from now on. It's just like I got really into just making my giant spider bot. Alright, how we got? You have a feeling using car batteries for Pickle will save you a fair amount of money in the long term. Yay, more money. Your robot probably isn't going to win any beauty contest. It's a spider with this car battery in its torso. I would think this is the thorax. But some customers will find the use of familiar off-the-shelf American parts valuable, meaning the military. Unfortunately, you discover that car batteries don't have a way of finely controlling the power they supply to small motors. Pickle's motions are jerkier than they could be. We can always fix that later. You'll need a lot of motors to be able to power your full robot. In addition to the motors it needs when it crawls, and the motors to power its multi-tool hands. Oh yeah, it has knife hands too. I forgot about that. It also needs monitors for moving its head and eyes. Oh god, I didn't realize how difficult this was gonna be. Hopefully we finish this. But after speccing out the power available to you, you can still splurge by adding extra monitors in one place. Where will it be? We're giving it more eyes. More eyes? Wait, okay, so extra degrees of freedom in the face for realistic facial expressions? That sounds terrifying. Can you imagine like a robot spider that can smile at you before it slashes your throat? I don't know. And Pickle's multi-tool hands for fine manipulation. I think this is the most obvious one for us, because we need this bot to be proficient in military, and that sounds like the best. I would prefer to save the power for Pickle's mind. That's not happening, because strong. Yeah, this is too terrifying for me, having robot demon spiders smile at me before they kill me. So we'll do the more performance in their knife hands. Yeah, so all that grace we just lost, we just got it back. Take that, assholes. You add several small motors to its thumbs. It has thumbs. And a couple of motors to each finger. Now it should be able to thread the eye of a needle. Holy moly, that's specific. It's about lunchtime when there's a knock on the door. Oh boy, the military. Odd, because usually fellow hackers just walk right in. You open the door and see a woman of color wearing a lime green tank top and shorts, as though she's just been out running. She grins and says, "Sorry to barge in on you. Captain Julia Rogers. Now, in my last game, I never even met this person, so this will be very interesting. I'm an acquisitions officer for the Air Force. She offers to shake your hand. Bobby Tesla, you say, shaking the preferred hand. You thought the demo was supposed to be in the afternoon, but apparently that's not the plan. I was hoping to see this robot Professor Ziegler keeps talking about, she says. Is that it? You proudly admit it is. Very cool, she says, though she says the word slowly as if unfamiliar. Can I see it in action? You agree to perform a demonstration, not really seeing the harm, even though it's a death robot. I was just about to run the first test. You hold down the power on Pickle's back and it boots to life again. Good morning, you tell Pickle. Good morning, Pickle says, imitating you. It speaks? Juliet says, impressed. Sure, you say. But I guess you wanted to see it chase something, like maybe a cat. Professor Ziegler promised something like that, yes. You remove a small, hand-powered robot mouse from your pocket and give it a crank. Oh, this is going to be terrifying. The whines of the mouse's wind-up motors attracts Pickle's attention, and the robot gives chase. As Pickle gets close, the mouse changes directions again. Pickle does not change directions fast enough, and it clumsily crashes into one of the workbenches. As it dazedly backs away, you can see it has left a dent. This has happened before. Julius looks a little embarrassed for you. I swear Okay. The first time I'm like, what happened? Why did you crash into the wall, you dumbass robot? This time I'm gonna discipline him. Like, bad robot. Try harder next time. Sorry, master. Neat, Juliet says. Thanks you for showing me all that. You're welcome, you say. I've got a knife-throwing practice to attend to, so I guess I'll see you later. Juliet waves ironically to Pickle. Bye, Slugger. Wait, what? You say? Knife-throwing practice. That's a thing? Julius looks at you a little embarrassed. It's for the Society for Creative Anorak. What? Is that anarchy? Probably a bit archaic for a robot maker like you? Anarchaism. These words. I know, it's my fault. You consider your options for what to do the rest of the day. Now would be a good time to show Pickle to Josh to see whether he's interested in funding its further development. No, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think he wants a death robot. Actually, knife throwing sounds pretty interesting. Can I join you? I'm gonna have a knife throwing spider bot. That sounds great. He already has knife hands, so why don't we just throw those knife hands and kill even more people? You know what? Yes. Let me read the rest. I should fix the little things I noticed during the demo before I forget. That would probably give him more grace. I should probably get a new phone in case Mom wants to call tonight. I don't really care about that. We will have knife throwing added to our schedule. Sure, Juliet says. I'll pick you up in the loop at the center of campus in about an hour. I need to get changed. You agree to this plan. Will you drop Pickle off at your apartment or bring it to the knife throwing event? Oh, I think you know what I'm going to do. Teaching a robot how to throw knives sounds like a creative anarchism to me. Yes, if that's supposed to be like anarchy, I could see how that could do that. Yes, let's bring the spider bot. This is going to be amazing. Okay, you decided to bring Pickle along to the knife throwing event. What could go wrong? Since you have an hour to kill before Juliet picks you up, you decide to take a brief walk around campus with Pickle. Palm trees, you tell Pickle. Palm trees, it says. Pickle turns its attention to the sky. White? Palm trees? Clouds, you say. Clouds. Pickle is a cutie. Pickle turns its attention to the sun. Blinded, it panics and flails its multi-tool hands. Hey, look away, you say, guiding its head. Don't look right at the sun. It relents to your touch. Oh, it loves me. My little spider bot of doom loves me. At precisely the time she promised, Juliet drives by the loop at the center of Stanford's campus to pick you up. She's driving a sporty red BMW. Oh, we picked the right lady. That is probably a rental. Oh, well, never mind. She is also wearing a corset and that's anarchistic looking brown skirt. So we have an anarchist. Yeah, this isn't gonna go bad. We're working for the government, for God's sake. When she sees you brought pickles, she makes a sour face. I guess that's what I deserve for inviting a robotist to a SCA meetup. What? Knife-throwing robots are totally creative and anarchistic. They're gonna keep saying this fucking word. You get in the passenger seat holding pickle in your lap. They don't really want you to be anarchistic, Juliet says, though she doesn't kick Pickle out of the car before pulling away. They're actually very concerned with historical accuracy. Then they should change their name. Probably. Oh god. I'm too smart for my own good, guys. Alright. On the drive to the knife-throwing event, Juliet explains a little bit about herself. Though she is cagey about what she does for the military, she says that she ends up traveling a lot because of her work. And, oh my god, she's a LARPer? Oh, fuck that. And is often in the position of wanting to find a community of people in a new place where she doesn't have to avoid awkward questions about what she does. I've always had a thing for fantasy literature, she says. So I found myself gravitating towards historical recreation and role-playing groups. SCA, LARPs, you name it. LARP, I say, not knowing what it is, although I do. Live action role-playing, she explains. But whatever you do, do not call the SCA LARPers. They hate that. They consider themselves much more serious than LARPers. Are they all medieval historians? I don't even know what these people are now. This sounds fucking terrifying. Are these that guys that like go to like the medieval like those like medieval times and they're the ones like, I'm a real pirate. I'm gonna throw knives at targets. Is that what this is? This sounds like a bad environment to take my spider robot if I'm gonna have fake pirates teaching him knife throwing. Actually, no, that sounds great. Okay, so, no, medieval historians can't stand the SCA the way the SCA can't stand LARPers. What? Juliet says. It's all very complicated. I'll have to draw you a picture of the geek hierarchy sometime, but I like it all. You've got to admit, if these various subgenres of medieval fans consider each other unacceptably impure, they're probably not going to like Pickle very much. But at least you've begun to understand Juliet a bit better. Yeah, I just brought sci-fi to an all-medieval party. This is going to be great. The SCA meetup is about an hour south of Palo Alto, in the garlic capital of the world, Gilroy. No! Not Gilroy! Oh, God! The smells! All the garlicky smells! Oh, no! Oh, why Gilroy? Oh, you find it hard to believe that a whole town could stink so strongly of garlic, but it does! It does! Just driving by it is terrible every single time. You go to their stupid garlic festival, it's fucking disgusting. They have garlic ice cream, for God's sake. Who wants that shit? Fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh. I think they had like a, what was it, the garlic popsicles? It's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. Oh. God, this is too real. This is too real for me. Alright, you park in the front of a suburban house with a big backyard and proceed to the back, where a handful of people wearing capes, corsets, tunics, breeches, doublets, pantaloons, and big boots are all throwing knives end over end at targets hung on faraway trees. This is amazing. I never thought it would go specifically this way. I am very confused. Pickle tags along at your heels as you approach the throwing range. Well met, Lady Elizabeth, says a man in a somewhat flouncy green shirt and billowing black pantaloons, addressing Juliet. It's been a long time since we've seen you in the West Kingdom. He offers a set of throwing knives to Juliet. Well met, Lord Jacob. Oh, this is Juliet. Well met, Lord Jacob. So she's Elizabeth, right? Queen Elizabeth? No? Alright, Juliet says, taking the knives. Seeing your confusion, yeah, she explains to you, Elizabeth is my SCA name. Why? I'm not gonna question it. Not gonna question it. I want to teach my robot how to fucking throw knives. You're not sure why Juliet isn't a perfectly good medieval name, but you know better than to object. There probably weren't too many women of color running around medieval, wherever they're pretending to be, so perhaps the different names allow them to gloss over such things. Some for master as well, he says, offering the knives to you. You take the perforated knives and thank him. I ask for extra knives for pickle. Or I secretly hand my knives to Pickle. Oh, which one? Do I publicly say this robot is going to throw knives at you? Or do I secretly do it? The choices. I want to teach him. I want to teach a spider to throw knives. I asked for extra knives for Pickle. Let's do it. Could I give knives to, or could I get some knives for Pickle here too? Lord Jacob grimaces. How old is the young one? He asks. Oh god, this is great. A few hours. Let's say 7. It's actually a dwarf and is somewhat sensitive about it. I love it. I'm going for that. This isn't Middle Earth. Lord Jacob begins sternly. No, I mean Pickle is an actual dwarf, you say, of the kind people use to keep around for good luck. Tycho Brahe had one, for example. Historically one up, Lord Jacob bows in acknowledgement that he can pretend Pickle is a dwarf. He hands Pickle a set of throwing knives. That's what? Julia gives you a look. What are you doing? You smile and shrug. I don't fucking know. She rolls her eyes. Alright, let's keep throwing knives. Over the course of the afternoon, you quietly abandon all hope that you could one day defend yourself with throwing knives. Well, damn. Even when your spinning knife hits the target, its handle clunks uselessly against the wood about half the time. You think you spend about 10 minutes hunting in the weeds for your lost knives for every 1 minute you spend throwing. In contrast, Juliet knives consistently thunk into the wooden target, drawing scattered claps from other Esciadians. You notice that she tends to go exactly the same distance from the target each time, holds the knife in exactly the same way each time, and spends a moment to focus before each careful throw. You hadn't realized before that knife throwing was kind of a Zen archery, more of a meditative practice rather than a useful combat skill per se. Pickle studies Juliet's moves for a long time. Then when everyone else is distracted with Juliet's throw, Pickle picks up a knife, aims, and throws. Fuck! Oh, fuck! I hope he was throwing it at the target. The knife spins end over end and clunks satisfyingly into the target. Huzzah! Pickle burbles in happiness. Pickle throws again, and the same thing happens. Huzzah! Pickle says again. The assembled Esciadians are now watching Pickle in a mixture of admiration and horror, but Pickle blithely throws its last knife, unconcerned. It too hits the target unerringly. Huzzah! Says Pickle. Huzzah! My spider knows the word huzzah. We are in trouble. My robot's pretty good at throwing knives. Achievement unlocked. Alright, on the drive home, Juliet says, well, that was cool to see, even though I'm probably not getting invited back to that particular knife throwing meetup. Sorry about that, you say. It's okay, Juliet says. Gilroy kinda stinks. Agreed. It's nearing sundown. I think I'm attracted to Juliet. I ask whether she's interested in spending the evening with me. Do I want to get in a relationship? Do I give a shit? No, I don't. I want to make super knife-throwing robots that will destroy the world. Most of the world. I'd like to be closer friends with Juliet. That sounds a lot easier. I see whether she's up for hanging out more. I asked Juliet to take me and Pickle home. Yeah, let's be friends. Yeah, she has knife throwing skills. That's cool. What? Oh. Well, that's just mean. Oh, apparently. Okay, let's see the stats. Where is she? Damn. Why? What did I say? I brought my robot? That pissed her off? Well, that sucks. Well, we don't get to have a friend then. Everyone else seems to like us. Man, we got amazing military. Our empathy's okay. Our grace is eh. And we got no thinking. I'm getting some humanity back. Somehow. I don't know how that is. Alright, return. Alright, so Juliet says no thanks. I will just drop you off. So, fuck her. Juliet takes you to home. Did you enjoy the afternoon, Pickle? You ask once you're back in your apartment. I like knives, Pickle opines. Alright. Good job, Pickle. That is exactly what I wanted. Beginning to feel your distinct lack of sleep the previous night, you plug in the nightlight you bought for Pickle and fall asleep to the sound of it picking up small objects and throwing them across the room. That's just cute. This robot's fucking cute. Alright. It's a death spider that's cute. That's how it's gonna get you, man. That's how all cute things get you. The next day the new semester begins. Though you're past the point of taking classes, you're a teaching assistant. And that means instead of doing one homework assignment, you grade 50. You're also busy writing a grant proposal for the National Science Foundation, trying to get an alternative source of funding that doesn't involve the military. I kind of like the military thing. Grant proposals are very long, it seems, and requires you to make a lot of claims about things you don't actually know yet. Despite your other time commitments, you managed to sneak in a little time to work on Pickle's motor programs. Yeah, more grace. You soon realize that while you're busy, Pickle could be learning from the internet. No! No! That's the last thing I want him to do. The most important thing for machines learning is more data, and there's a lot of it out there. Lately, there have been a lot of custom hard drives on the market that are good at quickly retrieving particularly kinds of information. What sort of hard drive did you want to order for Pickle's long-term memory? I want the one that is good for military. A media-enhanced hard drive, good for quickly recalling faces and memories. Nope. A multi-blade hard drive that can efficiently store and query a giant amount of data. I mean, that could be good, but I think I like this one, an encrypted and tamper-proof hard drive, making it more difficult for Pickle to be tampered with or reverse engineered. Because the Chinese! Anyway, going forward. Both in business and on the battlefield, it can be important not to leak secrets. Pickle will have a hard drive that will give miscreants a hard time in reverse engineering your design. More military for me. Are we like gods yet? We're getting there. We almost got 30 in military. Our robot is going to destroy everyone. Oh, we lost some grace? I wanted more grace. Grace! Alright. We're continuing. However, encryption and decryption is slow, and sometimes there will be a noticeable lag before Pickle can retrieve relevant memories. Well, poo. You lay Pickle on your kitchen table, unbox the hard drive, and hook it up to its back. It squirms and flails its multi-tool hands as you do this. I can just see that too, like little spidery hands going me. Now it's time for Pickle to learn about the great wide world. You sit Pickle down on one of your kitchen chairs and plug it into your apartment's high-speed internet jack. How will Pickle rapidly learn about the world? God help us all. It will trawl the internet randomly, devouring whatever information it finds most interesting. That sounds dangerous. It will watch a ton of television programs and movies from the internet and fast forward. That sounds even worse. But then again, that would be very, very helpful for learning, like, because a lot of movies are like action movies. It will undergo a classic K-12 educational thing? No. It will quickly play all paths of a giant corpus of an interactive fiction game. What I'm doing right now? I guess that's good for strategy. Do I want strategy or do I want this robot to be like action movie? Let's do action movies. This is gonna be horrible. Okay, what we got? You've downloaded a ton of torrents in preparation for this, and now you let Pickle take the driver's seat for your laptop as it explores them all in extreme fast forward. The robot watches an episode of I Love Lucy for about 5 minutes, then moves on to Gilligan's Island. What? These are not the shows I want you to watch. Little buddy, you've done it again, it repeats at the screen, mimicking Skipper's voice. Oh god, what have I done? I made like a wisecracking robot death machine. Click. Now it's watching Casablanca. Oh good, Nazis. That'll be great. It sticks around all the way to the plane scene at the end. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, kid. Says with a glance in your direction. Hey. Was Pickle talking to you just then? Yeah, man. Uh-oh. Now it's watching Short Circuit. You know how that movie went. An 80s movie about a robot that comes to life. It watches this about 5 times. Holy shit. Pickle is alive. Pickle says. It looks at you. No disassemble. No disassemble, Pickle. No disassemble, Pickle. No. It then takes an interest in Three Stooges, then the Terminator movies. Yes! Now we're getting somewhere. Then the less well-known Schwarzenegger movie, Kindergarten Cop? Why the hell does it care about that movie? It takes a long time to learn taste in movies, you suppose. Oh, like I'm one to talk. You take a break, you can't follow the images nearly as fast as Pickle can. When you come back hours later, it seems to be just rewatching the baffling time travel movie Primer over and over again, so you declare the experiment over. Hey there, Pickle. TV time is over. You only manage to temporarily distract Pickle until you finally end up turning off the TV off. Help, help, I'm being repressed, Pickle says, flailing his multitude hands. So my robot's sarcastic now? I've taught my robot to be sarcastic. Oh my god. You're thrilled, it worked! Pickle appears to have successfully used a sentence it's seen in a movie. In this case, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, in case you didn't know. Where'd she go? Bring her back, Pickle says. Can you say something that's not a direct movie quote, you ask? Like a boss. Fuck yes, I've made a Mimi robot that will kill you and then say something retarded at you. It's gonna quote Family Guy at you while it murders you. This is what I have done. I have made this. Holy shit, that gave them a lot of empathy. Well, that's not gonna help us. Well, maybe it will. I don't know. Does empathy help in war? Maybe. Probably not, though. You resign yourself to Pickle as being full of catchphrases as a middle schooler for a little while. It's that shared culture and all those little sibboleths of the cool or the geeky, depending on who you ask, that will help Pickle get along with people. I don't want him to get along with people. I want him to kill people. Killing people is more important than getting along with them. As you go to sleep that night, you find Pickle shaking you awake. Yes, Pickle? You ask barely. In Short Circuit, Number 5's maker did not believe Number 5 was alive until Number 5 laughed. Pickle says, I am worried that you do not believe I am alive. What should I do to convince you that I am alive? It must have taken Pickle a long time to formulate that question, piecing it together from snippets of language it knows. You consider your answer. I don't need convincing, I know you're already alive. Nah. Sure, if you started to laugh at jokes, I'd think you were alive. No. Well, maybe. I do want this robot to be kind of weird. Like, he'll tell you a joke and then he'll slice open your heart. Life is poorly defined category, it doesn't mean anything. Wow. Deep. Are we getting Evangelion in here? Sounds like it. Ever heard of the Turing test? You've got to sit down at a computer and convince somebody in a chat conversation that you're real. I think that's a real thing. That's terrifying. That's the Turing test? Oof. Well, I mean, there's spam bots already doing that. You can't. Your intelligence will always be an illusion, just a mini cry of the actions of others which you do not truly understand. Wow. Orwellian much?